have any plans on filming today, but I kind of wanted to have a little fun. And it's 11 p.m. I think. I haven't checked the clock. I just rewatched Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, like for the billionth time, but in a long time, and it was really nice. I was smiling the whole time. So I wanna have a little pick-me-up, I guess. Alright, let's start by reading a little bit of my journal, because I think it would be fun to have it filmed. There's always a reference or a derivation to the things I say because I simply hear things and then try to memorize it. Twist it into a way that can match the conversation. That's why I get so frustrated and mind blocked with talking to people who are outside of my circle or in a position of authority. I'm not very good at connecting to people if they're more shy than me, and I guess it's a good thing because things that are meant to stay will work hard to be there. Like if they're not trying to be friends and that they won't bleed into my life where I interact with them daily, it just won't happen. That's kind of cool. To my past self, I want to say that it's also important to interact with people that aren't in your general circle. Alright. Like, I don't know their name. When she complimented me, and I guess she wasn't my vibe, I only said thank you and didn't respond very well. Okay, I remember when that happened. And I was like, haha. Because I don't know how to respond to compliments. I was probably not gonna be a good friend anyway to her because we don't vibe. That's the whole thing. I'm not good at being friends because I lack compassion sometimes. Or more like how I actively listen. Parenthesis, I'm really hard of hearing / audio processing, parenthesis, more than listening. Here's the thing. I hear things wrong a lot. I say wrong things because I hear them wrong. Do you see where I'm going? I care about them, my friends, but I will never be able to go deeper, I feel like. We vibe, and that's enough, I guess. I have to be my best friend. I should be responsible with how I feel. And I've been doing it my whole life. And it's not working out. Because of this empty void I feel, I lash out for what is apparently unwarranted and distance myself naturally to people. That empty void was so empty, I tried to fill it with whatever, just to find a release that is not carried with the possibility of being responsible for any person's feelings. Basically, unconditional and inconsequential love. That's not real, and anyone who ever told you it is lying to you or leading you astray. You don't really want inconsequential or unconditional love. You want mutual respect and understanding, compromising because you care for someone, and treating someone how you wish to be treated. It's not fair. You can have the cake and eat it too, and you wouldn't even appreciate it even if you did. Because if you did that, okay, I think I wrote these. No beta, okay? Because you make an active decision every day to treat people well. Sigh. This is really cathartic. I've got to give it to you. I've spent my life inside of my head for so long. This is perfect. Sweet release. Okay. How about we go 5 pages? Okay. You can tell how messy it is. Okay. This is when I was crying while I was writing. And I wiped my tear onto the page and swiped it so I could see that I was crying. Okay, this was the day I watched Johnny Phillips' Essentia, Disciples of Essentia movie, and I actually paid for it on Gumroad. At least today I got to watch Johnny's movie again, and I bawled my eyes out really hard, like a cathartic cry. Not like this. Or right now? I guess there's no time to do Sims 4 because I should sleep early to get my mental health stable again. I just want to write comfort slop, self-indulgent fanfics. Getting it all out was good probably, but leaving the situation would feel like heaven. Maybe dying or leaving the country. I didn't even notice how much I wrote. Please just make it go away. I just don't know what to do when it happens again. Something bad happened that day. What's up? Right now I'm watching season 4 The Traitors. I did get spoiled on Instagram Reels, but it's fine. I watched because of Rob from Love Island. Okay. This one's about gender, so I don't think I'm gonna read this one to you guys. Okay, this was when my friends in the group chat made a really callous comment about someone who had recently died. As far as I know, blank was just a bad teacher. I don't know why they would joke about it. I know I'm not exactly the voice of reason in jokes, but I try not to be offensive with it. It takes me back to the times in early 2020 and that group chat when they would just say the blank word. I understand the Philippines culture with colorism, etc., but I don't want anyone close to me perpetuating or enabling it. I heard blank and blank joking around with the word too, like saying something similarly sounding to the N-word. I knew they were just being racist, but blank was just complacent, continuing to play the game with them. I know what I stand for, golly. So back to the present. Okay, lots of name droppings. She makes these impressions that make people laugh, but I don't. I don't think I've laughed at a joke of hers. Genuinely, I just chuckle sometimes in a fake way. And one thing, she made a joke about. Okay, this is really specific, so I'm gonna skip that. And I just looked at her with such disgust. I can't believe that she would be let into such a path of horrible humor. It feels like she'd be a calm girl online, or at least that's the vibe she gives off. I know she's doing it for the acceptance of others because bigotry can be a place where someone could use to feel like they're in on something. Blank is openly bigoted, which is why I don't get close to blank. She would also probably be a calm girl. Okay, so I think I've been seeing a lot of TikToks about these calm girls. The vibes are out there with the stuff she says. Okay, and then lots of bad stuff she did. You're not funny. All of the funny things blank says are just random keywords for shock value. She says she's a pedo to blank. Okay, blah blah blah. I just don't get it. Her being, okay, wait, this is really specific. God, I think me being a year or so older than them also plays a big part in this. Second of all, I feel like I don't exactly belong in their group. I know, it hurts. So I wrote up a bunch of to-do lists. Alright. Hello, I almost barfed out my feelings to a group chat again, and it just reminded me, this is a journal I own. These were the days I kept getting random bursts of joy for no reason. Just like I would feel a sensation in my heart that would be just happiness. Like it's very specific, that feeling. It's kind of like it's also the type of feeling when you have an exam like in 5 minutes that you didn't study for, but it's happy. It's happy. It's nervous happy. I don't know what it is, but I've gotten used to feeling it a lot. I mean, when I write, I'm starting to realize how bad I am at articulating my own thoughts, and I often correct my grammar when I write because my thoughts don't link up to my hands, and my ideas sort of just clump up in a bunch of keywords in my head, so even I don't understand my thoughts. I just feel inadequate. I feel like all the things I like are performative because of how I act. When I talk to people about my interests, it's not always the case that I'm excited to tell them about something like I like. Hell, I actually like keeping my interests to myself because it feels like I'm showing my guts when I say simple things like my favorite color or whatever. I feel as if it is more of a selfish social status symbol to talk about cool things I like, because it's more of a nod to how esoteric I look. Another button on the backpack, you know. That's why I haven't been personalizing a ton of things, even though I always wanted to. Maybe it's because I've repressed a part of me that felt ashamed to be actually nerdy. Sure, nerdiness used to get you bullied in like grade 3, but in this era, we're being niche. I hate that word. I hate that. I hate how they ruined niche, the word. How we're being niche is cool now. It feels performative to put backpack buttons and keychains. It's apparently cool to be as special as possible now. Though I think everyone is special, it feels like you have to be the best special in the world to be accepted. Actually, scratch that. I actually wanted to focus on whatever shame and guilt that caused me to feel embarrassed for the people who are now nerding out. I don't know how it happened, but I need to stop seriously. Just stop. Good. Maybe I'm just so very jealous. Maybe you are. Even scrolling through reels have made me a chronic judger. Nobody wants your judgments, dude. It's alright, but I don't deserve to voice it out. Or whatever. I mean, I've never judged people outwardly. I don't know how to unpack that. But we'll get there, you know, one day. The more I write here, the more I have a strong desire to write every single thought. And that's nice until I realize that I have to write them. I'm already struggling enough with this fanfic bullcrap. I would just close my eyes and imagine being in blank 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 that I can't articulate into my fanfic. I want to write all these beautiful feelings I imagine as if they were my own memories, and it feels demotivating, but as I'm writing I realized that I'm just scared of being a beginner, learning and struggling to get used to what I'm doing. You're right. And I still haven't finished that fan fiction that this is mentioning, and maybe we never will. Hello again. I know the whole point of journaling is to release your inner tension and remember things that happened, but what happens if you end up thinking some memories aren't worth retelling? I found it very tiresome to write in this journal the past week because I use up all of my free time to draw. Actually, I've been drawing a bunch of Sebastian fan art, and it's been getting pretty good reception. I also keep posting and posting, LOL. I feel like a well-oiled machine, drawing and drawing. The last drawing I did, the twink death, took over 11 hours. We don't know if it's actually 11 hours, because I checked the speed paint, not the track time. Is it weird to say I love it? I love drawing. I love sitting down, doing something so mindless, listening to music and rendering. I also just found out rendering is an umbrella term for making it look 3D. I guess that makes sense. I just never knew the full definition. Anyway, all I need to do today is to make a flowchart, okay, and then blah 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 blah. I've also refrained from using my iPad and phone because I want to finish this damn flowchart, okay, before I can heal my carnal desire to draw. So I keep thinking about drawing here, and I'm really obsessed, huh? I'm getting urges to check Instagram TBH. My last post got a lot of likes within the first 3 hours when I last checked, but instead of acting on my impulse, I will write in my journal. Let's expand on this. Will anything change if I checked? No. The likes will move the same even if I'm not looking. Why do you want to do it then? I want to reap the benefits of my hard work. I worked so many hours for this, and knowing that it was doing well, I'm curious how it did. I have an addiction for receiving affirmation from Instagram and TikTok. Maybe it flopped immediately, maybe it's mega viral now, but I guess I know that broccoli comes before the cookie. I need to do what needs to be done before I get a rush of dopamine from like farming my art. I also want to read comments. Okay. Implications. Conclusion. You want a bunch of dopamine, but if you get your hit immediately after you want it, it sets a precedent that you don't need to work hard for things. Plus, you won't be that happy when you see those comments. Focus on yourself and what you like about your own art. I actually want to hear a nice comment from my past self. I'll start. I like that you draw with soul and love. I like how you dedicate so much time to your craft. You're not afraid of being imperfect. In fact, you like how you have so many human errors, how you make these little scenarios that fill you with joy. It's to self-insert, but you don't use an OC. You use a POV format for comics that directly includes you in the story. I don't like being cucked with self-inserts, so you make it a part of your art to both include yourself into your art, as well as all of the viewers who like Sebastian as well. It's a common theme, but I like how you use it. I also love your semi-realistic painterly style. You think it looks different every time you draw. That's because you like trying different things. But in the end, they all look something of yours. It's your hand, you use the same brushes, make pretty textures, messy lines, all needing improvement. Your improvement. Your active willingness to do it all over again and again and again. And it's amazing. Keep going. Then I wrote here, totally random user 39. I think that was more cathartic than reading 100 comments on your own post. Love comes from within. I need to believe in what I said in this journal. I need to walk my talk. Oh, this is when I had school and stuff. One thing I'm afraid of is losing the drawing momentum I have going on. And I know I will. I literally do have to stop drawing. I'm kind of proud it isn't art block that takes me out. Really, I don't think I've had art block. Just sometimes I hated drawing in my outputs. But I still drew the damn art, so I don't know. I'm making it a part of my identity that I'm a supreme artist. Even if my drawings are bad, I'll keep drawing until I'm dead. I also feel kind of nice relieving myself of the pressure of commissions. Okay. I just like drawing, and looking at comments will just stop me from drawing what I want to draw. I think I've been doing so much art that I find my work's not up to my standard. I want to make something beautiful. I want to make people think I'm great at what I do. No doubt they already do, but I want this talent/skill to transcend it. I want to be creative and cool. A higher plane of beauty and uniqueness. Maybe I'll burn out if I do it, but nothing. I actually need to pace myself. I'm not an angel or a supernatural identity. With the supernatural sign, the possession. Okay. I'm only human with my human hands and dumb human brain, but I can try. Beauty isn't something concrete, but we can all strive for it as a sort of North Star. I have my own standards for beauty. That's why I make art. The beauty I like is unique to me, and it's unique to my art. It's personalized to me, and I create things in my own vision to my favorite music. Me. That's what I sound like, LOL. I'm a self-centered artist, but I guess that's why I am what I am. Because of this self-centeredness, I've conjured an audience and let people into this world, my world, and with my technical abilities gave them a reason to understand who I am and what I want to make in this world. Well, I hope I don't give myself away so much I lose it, but that'll be when I get art block. That will remind me that I'm losing it. So yeah, this pen is running out of ink. Okay, and it's like, it's running out of ink. I'm writing well, being happy, healthy, a human being, the Instagram guy. I'm an artist And nobody will take that away from me, no matter what happens. Even if I lose my platform, if the world comes crumbling down, I'll be happy that my art was me. And if my time really is a line, I'm happy to be appointed that line. This is my purpose. My brain needs an outlet of love and passion. My heart is bottomless with love for the craft. When my art looks bad and I get ashamed, I'm proud I made it anyway. I'm good. I'll love it forever. Maybe this art is just my medium of loving myself, and I'm utterly infatuated. You are delusional. Most of these scribbles, drabbles have been about wanting to draw, thinking about school, and I don't know. It's all about the stuff I've been planning to draw and all of my ideas. Then school again. Oh, and I used to watch Vampire Diaries, but I dropped it like for a little bit. I hope I can watch Vampire Diaries again and get into it. Also, my eyes are like freaking out because I think I'm getting sleepy. So this is when I was talking about the friend group's plans for their lives. It just feels like everyone's got it. I have an art account and I'm not even doing commissions. I think about doing YouTube, but I feel insecure about my gender. In general, I am very deeply insecure. I feel like the world will only open up when I have the gall to open it with my bare hands. I just have this invisible emotional barrier. I don't want to show my voice or my face, and that's a very big problem if I want to make content. It's very possible to make one without my voice or whatever, but I don't feel like I got it, like camera equipment and stuff. So I asked my sister, and maybe I'm just overthinking it right now. I do want to make YouTube videos. That's the only thing I'm sure of. And I will buy polymer clay. Oh, I haven't done that. I want to make things. As unsure of the future as I am, I'm very sure that I want to be an artist. I want to spend my whole life making art. I just need to start. I think I'm also a jealous person. I'm jealous of people's success, opportunities, talent. That's why I didn't write here last night. Someone showed her fan art. It was so good, and I did tell her that. But there was another feeling coming from my chest where I was thinking that I'm not all that. I know I'm not openly ego whoring where I show my art in front of people, but it comes in after I suppress it. Like how Jerusha and Glenn do when they fight from Superstore the show. It comes out in small burps. That's why I thought of that comic, of everything. So I don't think I've showed you guys that comic yet, but it's about jealousy. And I don't know if this video will even get posted, but little sneak peek. People will always be better than me no matter what I do. It's genuinely up to me to make what I do special to me. That way nothing will get in the way. I searched up this feeling online and I guess I'm too competitive. I mean, how will I grow watching others bloom instead of watering my own plant? How will I become a YouTuber if I'm constantly jealous of all of these people? I'll do my own thing and it'll be special enough because it's something of my own. But I realize, okay, this is off the book. I realize that I'm thinking about how there's so many other people doing the same thing I am. I guess it's that I am insecure that I'm not as holy, like HWH, holy of a person than other people. I feel like I am shallow and unknowing of anything. I don't think I'm smart or talented enough to be out there, but I am, I guess. And maybe that's all I need. I'm really not anything yet. So tired of this. It takes so long to do anything, but my body keeps yelling at me to post and post. That alien got 700 likes in only 12 hours because I'm impatient. I'm not ready to do anything yet like this. If I'm like this. So we need to draw this just to get out of this stupid slump. Alright, so this is when I was animating something and then it turned out really bad and it demotivated me. Like, it's so weird how much of my self-esteem and self-worth is put into the things I create. I guess at least I'm still making stuff. I'm just scared I don't have enough till break. I'm so afraid that I'll never make the most out of this time because I hated being in school and being around people I didn't want to connect with. I just need a dub, to be honest, so I'll do this painting. I need to win a little, and then I'll be okay. I've just been so down in the dumps because I'm getting enamored with likes. I will keep trying. I will try and try until I win. I will try so hard my bones break. This is what I've been saying to myself like every day now. I should learn more about anatomy plus muscle fundamentals tomorrow with sketches, that alongside commissions. I have so many thoughts, but I remembered thinking one, but I don't know what the thought was. Wow, thank you for letting me know. I'm so glad I'm an artist. I can't wait to see what I've got. This would all be really funny to read if I died early or something, or like arrested for murder. Speaking of which, if I did a crime, like a major one, it would be stalking or theft. Well, I don't know if stalking is a crime, but I see in myself a soul that gravitates to things fast and easy. When I like something, I love it to death, and then I move on. But you have to. As Lolato, an artist, I make things because it proves my love in humanity. Okay? I wouldn't stalk anyone. I've been talking about crime a lot because this morning I watched the Haley Beck case and yesterday the David thing. I don't think I'd ever be a criminal. Maybe I don't have that sort of fire yet. Maybe if I ever got pushed to extreme poverty, yes, but it wouldn't be wrath. I'd probably just steal groceries. I really do live in my head, and maybe I'm making it some sort of permanent quirk or personality, but I think I've always been like this. Alright. Isn't it so crazy how time flies, and the less I write about it, the more I forget about it. It just blips past you, and one day, if I've never written it down, it was like it never happened. But I don't remember everything that's happened. Not a lot of people do. But those days, whether I like it or not, leave a mark for the day, or at least the day after that day. Procrastinate? Make a mark. Do something? Make a mark. You know, just that. And forever until you die. I just wish that I don't die without ever trying. That's what led me to art blocking today. I felt so inspired today. I just watched The Bear and got to season 2 episode 5 today. I was being too hard on myself for having an output every day. I don't realize that absorbing life, not just synthesizing it into art, is an equally important part of the process. I will live in honor of my art, and my art in honor of my life. I think I'm gonna stop it now. So, good night.